Right, it's now time for the fans' reactions. Right, I've got joined by one of my bros, Dean. Newcastle 3, Southampton 1.
Yep.
Still looks like we're safe now.
Yes, we are definitely safe now for next season. We've got, thanks to Perez's hat-trick, it's been, first half was pretty good events and we're off to a great start. Perez hit the 2 goals and all that, but Southampton could have been down to 9 men the way they were playing. They were hacking and all sort of thing and that. But then second half we started to slip a little. We're starting to lose possession, and then when they scored when they got a first goal, Southampton scored one back. I thought, oh dear, and all that. But then we had 2 best chances from the second half. So I think
Kay hit the post.
Yeah, Kay hit the post, and we had a header, and then keeper put off a fantastic save, and then
we got that third goal which killed the game off, so that calmed it down.
Yeah, and then Perez got a hat-trick. It's been a long time.
First hat-trick for Newcastle as well?
Yeah, very first hat-trick. Very long time since we had the last player to have a hat-trick for Newcastle and all that. So, but at the moment now, we are safe now for next season. We'll see what happens, I hope. But the fans are reacting when Rafael Benitez came out and they said they want him to stay. But I'm hoping that he will stay because he's got a solid team, and plus the fans are very passionate for this club. We want Benitez to stay because Benitez will bring Newcastle back to where it should be. That's what we've got to do.
Are you a bit worried that Almiron and Shaw went off injured?
I'm a bit worried because Almiron got hacked from the first half right up to the second half. I thought it was going to be, I'm hoping he'll be all right.
Hopefully you just think it's more of a strain than something teared out.
Something like that, because that challenge from the first challenge, that guy should have been sent off.
I heard the lot fancy thing that could have been a red card. Anthony Taylor, horrendous referee, isn't he?
Yeah, he was. The referee, I don't know why he was looking. If I was in that where I was sitting at the Gallagher end, he didn't go with the ball at all.
It's why we want VAR to come in definitely now.
I hate to say it, but VAR definitely have to come in because referees do need help, because at the moment they're being abused and everything like that. End of the day, it's fans pressure and everything like that. It's really, really, really bad for referees, because I understand referees need help and all that, and VAR does slow the game down a bit, even though it's a high fast tempo game. But at the end of the day, VAR might be needed, because even though a few people say that it might spoil the game, yes, it's true, it will spoil the game, but at the end of the day, it give the referees the opportunity to see if it's right or at the moment.
Oh well then, cheers man.
Thank you.
Right, I've got Lawrence now with us. Newcastle 3, Southampton 1. Think we're safe now?
Well, yeah, I thought we were safe last weekend, but this will definitely confirm it.
First off, we were very comfortable in that game. Second off, we started to slack off a little bit and started to fall asleep a little bit, and Southampton came. Luckily, Southampton's defence was awful today, so good job we got that third goal in the second half.
Well, yeah, I was just getting a bit nervous. I think that goal from Lamina kind of stunned us. So, yeah, it was a good strike, and wow.
See, Southampton must have got a right talking to it half time, and their manager had made 2 substitutions.
Exactly, you can see he's a lot better than Mark Hughes.
What about Shaw and Almiron going off injured? Do you think that's a bit of a worry?
You've got to hope they're both precautions, because I think Shaw's definitely a head injury. If it's a head injury, you've got to take him off because his concentration levels.
It's definitely a head injury, was it?
It kind of looked like it. It's not like they go off a stretcher, but have to see what Rafa says.
When you make the chanting, hopefully that they were desperate for Rafa to stay on at this football club.
I get the feeling he's going to sign 1 or 2 year contract.
Well, we'll wait and find out. Well then, cheers man. Right, I've got Kyle with us from Newcastle Fans TV. Newcastle 3, Southampton 1. Think we're safe now?
We're safe on Monday, mate, when we beat, Friday, sorry, when we beat Leicester, but suppose it's one to enjoy, and yeah, great win.
First off, we were very comfortable. Second off, we started to slack off a little bit, didn't we?
First half we were class, second half we were shit, end of.
Luckily, Southampton's defence was poor the day, because luckily we had to get a third goal just to calm it down, to make sure we had the game put to bed.
We're alright, but they did cause a lot of problems from corners.
Yeah, it's they made 2 substitutions, Southampton, so they must have got right talking to it at half time, and they went for it.
Lamina, who plays for them, what a player. I mean, could do him in the midfield in the summer. I know he's a cracking player, but all the corners and Lamina were kind of stopped anything they could do. We played really well, and massive shout out to Jose Perez hat-trick. It's
First hat-trick for the club, innit?
it's his first hat-trick. I think it takes him up to 31 Premier League goals now. Cracking. So yeah,
Do you think Southampton should have had a man sent off in the first half?
of course I should have. Last man back. Almiron was through on goal without him, so that should have been him off the field. But Anthony Taylor costs were yet another.
He's awful referee.
Just like at Old Trafford back last year. Joke referee, mate. Just like a lot of them. Bring on VAR next season because he would have been sent off if that was in place.
Almiron and Shaw go off with injuries. Are you hoping that's not too serious?
Hayden went off as well. Basically made Southampton kick off the field and the referee let them get away with it. So, know what I mean? Referee's a dick. Should have sent off more of their players.
Well then, nice one, cheers, bro. Right, so I'm now joined by Johnny from Newcastle Fans TV. Newcastle 3, Southampton 1. Think we're safe now for the rest of the season?
Oh, definitely. I think it was probably done before the Southampton game. Was probably when we beat Leicester last Friday, but it's pretty much 99% certain now. I think Cardiff have got to win the last 4 games. That's not going to happen. They got Liverpool tomorrow, so Newcastle definitely going to be a Premier League club next season.
Think Southampton should have had a man sent off in the first half?
I think the referee bottled it a little bit.
It's Anthony Taylor, he's an awful referee.
I think he just didn't want to give it so early in the game, but also he wanted to say that it was. He'd probably say, well, he's in his own half. Is it likely that he's got?
Well, you look at Almiron, he's going to go for goal, isn't he?
Again, there is argument that speaks about 60, 65 yards away from goal, so he'll look at it and go, well, I don't think it's a proper denying a goal scoring opportunity, but I think 15, 20 yards up the pitch, I don't think the referee has a choice to make, but it was a contentious decision to say the least.
First off, we were very comfortable. Second off, we started to slack off a little bit, I thought.
Yeah, I think Southampton's changes made a massive difference. I think Lamina in particular, the one that got the goal for Southampton, was brilliant. I don't think he should be at Southampton personally. I think he's probably top 6, top 8 club. I think he could definitely get into a squad for a top 6 club. I think maybe a team like Arsenal or Tottenham could probably look at him. But in regards to Newcastle, I think we as soon as we got that third goal, it was really, really comfortable. But yeah, we made it a bit edgy towards the end, but got the job done, which is the most important thing.
Shaw and Almiron going off with injuries, that sounds a bit of a worry.
It does, but because Newcastle is safe now, I'll just say, well, look, you know what, just have a nice long summer. In particular for Almiron, because you know he's a young lad, has just played a few games in this for the team. Just say, look, get yourself back to America, make sure you're fit for pre-season, or Paraguay, or wherever he is originally from, and just get yourself sorted for the start of the season because the job's done now.
Now you hear the chants in the ground asking for Rafa to stay. Do you think he'll stay?
Depends, it's up to Mike Ashley and Lee Charnley, isn't it? I think it's in particular more up to Mike Ashley. I don't think Lee Charnley has a massive say in the football club, in my opinion. It's up to Mike Ashley, really. If he gives Rafa his demands. My only problem is if Rafa does sign a new contract, I think if I was Rafa, I'd get in the contract, if you don't keep up with your demands, I can leave the club and you can pay us whatever. But if the demands are kept, you know, he reports 55, 60 million plus player sales, I think he'll sell Shelvey. I think you'll get Shelvey for about £20 million, so you might have £80 million to spend. Hayden wants to leave for family reasons, which is fair enough. So there's £95 million in my opinion. I think you can get 15 million for Hayden, which you probably wouldn't have got in January. So yeah, it's difficult for Rafa, but if he's given the money to spend, that's the most important thing. If he's given the money to spend it the way you want to spend it, then you have to think it looks rosy for Newcastle, but it's never that simple in Tyneside, does it?
No, it's not. Oh, well, brilliant. Cheers, bud. Well then, I've got Lee now with us from Newcastle Fans TV. Look at that beard he's grown. Newcastle 3, Southampton 1. I think we're safe now, definitely.
The beard's more sexual than what Newcastle's performance was today. Sun Tzu, guns root. What a performance. Jose Perez.
Brilliant money.
Another 10 out of 10. He was awesome at Leicester. Brilliant again today. Back to hat-trick. I mean, in today's market, he's got to be over 30 million. 2 years on his contract. Obviously, we want him to sign a new deal. Look how nice guy. His critics, he's hit and miss. But he's outstanding today. And to be honest with you, I didn't think we'd play that well second half.
No, first off, we were very comfortable. Second off, we started to slacken off. Southampton make 2 changes, and they were going to go for it.
Made 2 changes, changed the formation slightly as well. And I think what paid us in the final third, they didn't create enough. We had a couple of scary moments from a corner, trying to defend them. But apart from that, you can see why they're struggling. I think we'll do much better next year, Southampton.
Their defending was very off the day, I thought.
I think Perez took his goal, in particular the first one, really well. The second one, I know we're talking about Perez again, but very back post, poor check goal. You don't often see that from him. And the third one just took it so well. Brilliant. It's happy days and we're safe 41, but we know there's bigger fish to fry off the field, isn't it?
Do you think Southampton should have had a man sent off in the first half?
I don't know. I need to see it back, but it's on the benefit. If it's last man, no. If you're going to send him off like because he's inside his own half. If it's an elbow to the face, which we haven't seen it back again, when I get home tonight, of course, we'll see it. If it's because of that, then yes, but I can't really comment at this stage. I haven't seen it back.
Anthony Taylor's an awful referee, isn't he?
Look, how many times we talk about referees?
Oh, well, they're not any better.
VAR's a farce and all of this, and VAR's great, and people are hit and miss about it, but the quicker it comes in, yes, games are going to be longer, stoppages are going to be longer, but the correct decisions will be given.
Sean Almiron going off with injuries. You hope they're not too serious.
Well, I think it's right that you didn't risk them, just get them off even if the niggles. I know that we are safe, which is great, but you don't want a 6-month job on your hands, do you?
The chants go around the ground begging for Rafa to stay. Do you think he'll stay?
I think he will, but I don't think he'll get everything that he wants. I think he'll get the majority, but I don't think he'll get 100% what he's asking for. But if he can meet him halfway or 3/4 his way, I think he'll stay.
Oh, well, brilliant. Cheers, bud.
Yes.